brotherhood is etched in stone. This unbeaten path we walk is never alone. And through the trails of terror, there is no obstacle we won't fear, because we are unbroken. Unbroken. I would die for you, and you would give your life for me. The very sense of being free. Can we revisit the times of past, as if I wish they would never fade and always last? For no demon real or in mind could ever challenge the courage of brotherhood, tested in time. So may we walk in the memory of those who forever hold the burden of our freedoms. And I promise to never let your memory die, because I'm free in it. And you are always with me, and never forgotten.
All right.
What is up, everybody? It's Monday Night Mayhem. I am the only host tonight because Judy is traveling currently and could not be on with me. So, happy Memorial Day to everybody that's out there, whether you be barbecuing, spending time with family, saying hello to some friends. But yeah, so I have opened up the show to anybody that wants to join me tonight and talk about Memorial Day, talk about whatever, you know. I'm on for an hour. So whoever wants to join, I put the links into the chat. Feel free to join. Jump right on in. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what Memorial Day means to me because, you know, as veterans, we try to remember those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. For the freedoms that we currently have, you know. A lot of, you know, friends over the years have paid those ultimate sacrifices, whether you be in deployed, back home here, fighting the battles. But anyways, actually, I'm going to say hi to some people in the audience because it looks like we have like Boyles is here. Boyles. Oh, man. I'm already butchering names. I apologize, man. Nelson, Rosario, and those are the only two that I see so far. So if you're in the audience, say what's up, you know. How's it going? Uh-oh. Looks like I got somebody popping in. Tommy Roddick is popping in.
What's up?
How's it going, man?
Good. I can't see the chat, so you'll have to let me know what's going
on. Nothing. They all said,
on my phone.
What the fuck is Tommy Roddick doing in here? No.
It's the only time you get this much sexy in one show.
I know, right? It's too much. We'll get kicked off StreamYard. I Actually,
That's all right, I'm over here.
if you and Kyle haven't got kicked off StreamYard yet, for all the sexiness you guys have on Thursday nights, then I don't know. But how's your Memorial Day going?
Good. Did the normal commissioner stuff, veteran commissioner stuff. Go to the parades and say a few words here and there, and
Yep.
color guard in one, and
Making your public appearances.
yeah, make my public appearances, and I really don't like doing them on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
But I really wouldn't leave the house if I didn't have to, but it's part of my civic duty, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, you're in a position where Memorial Day and like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, probably the 4th of July are ones that you are contractually obligated to make a public appearance.
Only with mostly Memorial Day. Veterans Day, they leave me alone, and
Really?
4th of July. Well, Veterans Day, I usually get asked to work or do schools.
Okay.
So I'll go speak, and that's the hardest place to speak at's a school, because me and the F-bomb are best friends, and
Yep.
I tend to try not to drop it. Schools and churches I hate speaking at only because of my language.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have the same issue.
Then 4th of July, I normally go out and hike by myself. I try to get out by myself. Throw on the silkies, throw some freedom out there. Do it early in the morning, and then come back and drink beer and relax the rest of the day.
There you go.
But I'm planning, I don't know if you've seen it in the chat or not, I'm planning on doing the McKinley Monument steps 22 times. It's like 4,752 steps when I'm done.
Yeah, you're just waiting on clearance, correct? If I remember correctly.
Clearance, I got a date set for September 4th, which would be Labor Day weekend. Gives me time because I can hike 5 miles all I want, 10 miles all I want, but when you add the difficulty of steps, and the steepness that the McKinley Monument offers, it's a whole different ballgame. So, but it goes, the money's going for a good cause, and it's a good way to raise awareness for Save 22.
Right. And I saw, so how smooth are your legs right now?
Oh, they're pretty smooth. There's some patches, but they're pretty damn smooth.
Okay. I caught, so I was out and about for Chuck's video, Chuck Kilgore, but that happened yesterday, correct?
Yeah, his happened yesterday. I did mine Saturday. Right.
So Chuck was able to raise, looked like $1,500 for Kyle's walk, which is amazing. My hat's off to him. That's fucking awesome. So yeah, that's amazing. I caught the replay of it. I was out and about moving around, and then I caught. Yeah,
I think Sai got me to wax my nipples and wax my armpits. So they kept throwing a little bit more money towards the cost. So
okay, how's the nipples? Was that bad? Was that rough? Or
the nipples weren't that bad because I only had like a couple stray hairs here or there around there. I'm not a very hairy person other than the beard. The armpits were a little different.
Gotcha. I don't know if I'd have been able to do the armpits. I can pretty much
the clearance and the high speed load drag.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the armpits would be hard.
I mean,
I could basically like braid my armpit here. That's how much I have. Like, oh god.
I felt kind of weird I went to the drugstore to get the wax, and I was like, and I'm like looking, and I had to ask the question, well, which one would you use to the woman that was there,
right?
I'm like, and then I had to explain what was going on. So
you're like, I'm here doing research.
I'm here doing research. It's almost like getting sent to the store for tampons or pads. That stuff doesn't even phase me anymore. It's like, just go in there, throw them with the milk, and when they ask you how you're doing, well, you can see how I'm doing right now.
Right.
I don't want to go home.
Right. Let me wander the store for another half hour.
Let me drag my feet before I go home.
Right.
Hey, the next time we do a challenge, I want you to say
I
No.
feel like there was a serious update going on there.
Oh, Dean. He was asking. He says next time that I do a challenge, he wants to shave my beard.
Mm-mm. I don't think that one's on the table, is it?
No, not yet. The right amount of money, it could be.
Right. I mean, yeah, because it grows back. So
It grows back. But it's Dean shaving my beard. It's not me. It's Dean.
Yeah, in your mustache.
And my mustache.
and your mustache too.
So I'm sitting on the back porch. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard Household 6 said veto.
Because we put up security cameras that have intercoms on them. And go now, please. So we put these security cameras up that have intercoms on them, and I'm sitting on the back porch, and she must have caught the.
Oh, she was on the intercom.
She was on the intercom.
That's badass. She's like, "What the hell's going on out there?" She just listened, and she was like, "The beard? No."
Because it's motion detected, so it's beeping every time I move out here. It sends a alert to the phones that something's out on the back porch or front. And
I got a couple more people that joined us here. We got Donovan Letterman.
Yeah,
said,
bring in Donovan. Donovan's a cool mother.
Well, let me post the link again. I'm posting a link in chat for anybody that wants to join us.
Donovan's going to join our show. He's a crayon eater. He was one of the ones that wanted to get his taint tattooed with us.
JP Spector joined us here. And Brad DeLand, which I grew up with. Brad, what's up, Brad?
JP's pretty cool. He has Royal Order of Reapers, which is a Masons group.
Nice.
Big Save 22 Kyle supporter. He sent Kyle like 8 cases of water, and there was more on the way. I know
No
that.
shit.
He's the guy when you need something, you just kind of say, "Hey, JP, I need this," and somehow it miraculously appears. And he makes
So what is Kyle going to start his walk run across America? Mostly run
we got
across
20
America.
days.
Is it 20 days? Okay.
No, I think it's the 16th.
Okay. So I mean, we're getting down to like under almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're under 2 weeks. He's got 2 more Fridays. He says he has to work.
Wow.
Because we were talking about it for the show. Which reminds me, I got to get a hold of Mr. Rodney Norman. He wants to do promos for all the shows, all the shows on the network. I don't know if you caught any of that episode.
I did not.
In the rerun. Oh, that was a funny episode.
I am behind on my episodes. Wait, was that the guy who does the TikToks that you went on?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did catch part of that. I was laughing hysterically. Like I came on and like all 3 of you were just cracking up and nobody's saying anything. You guys are just cracking up. I'm like, what the hell? What did I miss? That's so damn funny.
Yeah, you go back and rewatch that when he's talking about having food poisoning. He's like, I seen, it was like time travel was involved. And, he was just going on, and he's a good dude. Marine. He said anything for the network, just contact us.
Nice.
Because I know you're going to go on a little hiatus after tonight, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I guess I'll announce that now.
I'm sorry.
Since Tommy Roddick just fucking blew up my spot. No, so with Judy taking a hiatus, I was like, I should take one as well, and it's largely in part because I want to start writing a book about my dad and his music. My dad passed away a couple of years ago, and tremendous musician in the local area here. And I got to thinking about it. I have a DVD of his that I made, and I want to go a little bit further with it. I want to basically interview the musicians that he played with over the years and get some stories in there, some funny stuff for his grandkids and for his great grandkids down the road, and anybody who knew and loved his music. So I just want to get that all in there. So
now, what's the backstory on your dad's music? Because I don't believe I've ever heard about your dad.
Yeah, he started playing music when he was probably 6-7 years old. essentially so he got to travel the world with my grandpa. My grandpa was a 30-year Air Force veteran. Got to go all over the place. He's a Korean War veteran, and he was part of the Berlin airlift. Like he did some cool shit. And he was a mechanic in the Air Force. He was an aircraft mechanic. So he got to go all over the place. And Dad was about 6-7 years old. He got to my grandpa came in one day and basically was like, "Here, you're gonna start learning how to play guitar." And my dad, being a young kid, was like, "I don't wanna." My grandpa was like, "Yeah, you don't have. This isn't a choice." So grandpa taught him at an early age how to play acoustic guitar. My grandpa played the banjo. As years would go on, my dad would pick up the bass. He would start playing bass. He played electric bass and also an upright bass. And as it went on, like I grew up with my dad playing in several bands locally here. That he actually opened up for the 10,000 Maniacs when they were like a big thing in the late '80s. And he was involved in music. They had an actual studio in the basement over at my parents' house, and he had people coming in and out all the time, just playing music. And so I want to try to highlight that, just from the years when I was growing up and stuff. Get stories, get what people thought of his music. I have a lot of it, but a lot of it's missing too. So possibly out of that, I can find some lost hidden shit. So yeah, this is just trying to keep something for future generations of lunchboxes to check out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's well worth, and you need to take some family time every once in a while, it's just,
yeah.
I know just, starting this show, preparing on Thursdays like a wash for me when I get home, do a little couple things and then try to relax, because we're going to do a show till 10 o'clock. And then, the next day, you're getting up for work. It's like, oh man, that was rough again,
Right.
Especially coming up on the summer, but it's been great therapy. I'm glad you guys have had us on, that you guys have brought us in.
Right.
And it's a nice little tight knit group too.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
If they would see the chat in between, you'd realize how close that, all these strangers that live different parts of the country interact all day long. It just amazes me, those people like Jade and Jenny, they live in Colorado, Nevada, and at 7 o'clock in the morning they're going, "Morning." I'm like, geez, I wouldn't even be up yet.
Right.
So, and then Sai, I don't think Sai ever sleeps. So
yeah, I don't think Sai sleeps, and I think Jade takes naps. Because she's up at like weird hours too, but I guess it's because she's out in Colorado.
Yeah, for us it's weird hours, and them it's not. Like
right.
We'll go on and we'll catch Jenny on like TikTok, and it's dark here and it's nice and sunny still in Nevada. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's like 4-hour time difference from us.
Yeah.
Oh. So how was camping?
I didn't go. I haven't gone.
Go?
No, I thought about it, and then we impulse bought a small pool, so I was putting that up today.
You got my wife's good about impulse buying stuff that I have to put together. So
yeah, so I had a pool last year, but it was a hand-me-down pool for my in-laws, and I got it up last year, and then probably about a month into it, it sprung a leak somewhere in the top rating of it. And I didn't feel like going to chase after the leak. So today I went and borrowed my in-laws' rototilled up the spot that was in, because last year was super one-sided.
Yeah.
So I rototilled up that spot, basically dragged dirt around, leveled shit out as much as I could, because I live on a little bit of a hill, on a little bit of incline. So, and then got the pool up, and right now it's probably a little bit over half full. So when we get done here, I'll be going out to check it out. Probably will turn off the hose for the night so I can finish it up tomorrow.
Yeah, there's no flat spot in my yard.
Right.
I might actually start going to being, since it's summertime, I might start doing our cast from outside.
There you go. Yeah, if the weather's nice.
That way I'm not fighting the air conditioner noise.
Yep. But
Then we could have the voice of God, my wife, come in on the
right.
intercom and be like, "I don't think so."
But yeah, also at Saturday. My daughter's dance recital is actually this week coming up, but they filmed part of the dance recital because we still have some weird COVID stuff. Like the state hasn't completely said that like dance
Because you're
recitals can be.
Michigan.
No, we're New York. We're even worse.
Oh yeah, you're in New York. Never mind.
Yeah, we're even worse. We're even worse than Michigan. So shit was kind of fucked up as far as lifting COVID restrictions and whatnot, and they have to follow them pretty strictly because their businesses they don't want to get shut down. So they filmed part of the recital, the extra stuff that will go on to DVD, and we did a daddy-daughter thing this year. So I got to go out there and dance with a bunch of other dads and their kids, and it was pretty badass. And realized how out of shape I am. So yeah.
Yeah, you don't realize how out of shape you are until you do something like that.
Yeah. But we got to dance too. They did a Grease theme, so we did that. We did a little bit of the whole Grease deal. We were all like the dads were all T-birds, and we had some pink ladies in there, and then we had some other ones in the skirts and whatnot. My daughter was wearing one of the skirts, and yeah, it was pretty awesome though. It was a good deal.
Sweet.
Yeah.
See, my daughter that I don't get to see graduate at Saturday. So
Okay.
We talk now because her mom can't stop her. But
Right.
So I watched from afar her graduate, and then New York sucks balls. So yeah, did that, and then just this weekend, just kind of it rained all weekend, so it was kind of blah.
Yeah, Saturday. No, what day was it? All right, so we did the dance yesterday. Saturday was my uncle's Memorial Day party, and it was also a surprise retirement party. It was like 45 degrees out and rainy. It was like the shittiest barbecue weather of all time. It fucking sucked.
I like got up for the parade this morning, threw shorts on and a t-shirt and go down, and all the other guys were wearing long sleeves, and they're like, "You ever thought you'd be wearing a flannel on Memorial Day?" I said, "I've seen worse."
Yeah.
I've seen it where it's pretty damn cold on Memorial Day still. I mean, because we live in the Northeast. That's what happens.
Right. Yeah, we never know what the weather's going to be like.
We know it's going to snow. We know it's going to rain. We know it's going to be sunny, and it's all going to be in the same day. So,
pretty much.
So, are you close to Buffalo?
I'm an hour and a half away from Buffalo.
I got some barbecue family that lives up that way from
Okay.
the competition team. They live on the island.
On Grand Island?
Grand Island, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's in between Buffalo and Niagara Falls. It's closer to Niagara Falls.
I've gone up there to do competitions with them, so they do a lot of rib competitions up there. So
yeah, you're basically almost in Canada by then.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, how far away from. And the only other spot in New York I've been to is Massapequa, which is right outside of New York City, Massapequa.
Okay.
So that was an interesting story.
I've never been down near New York City yet, which is odd because I basically this is where I'm from, and I've never been to New York City. So, like, my daughter's been twice to New York City, and I've never been at all. So
it's like one of those little outskirts of New York City, but it's close enough that it can be considered New York City.
Right.
Went up there, took a guy home from on leave or whatever, and we was hanging out, and I stayed up there for a couple of days with him. The house that I stayed in, the guy had all kinds of pictures of like the Copacabana, was that Sparks Steakhouse and stuff like that. And I started looking at these pictures and I realized that, hey, I'm probably in a wise guy's house right now.
Right.
Because
you probably could look into take off some of the the walls and stuff like that. Probably find something in there, either dead body or or some money.
And he definitely had the Italian flair for, you know, like leather couches and stuff. So, I
Right.
mean, it was a different experience. So that was my first experience in New York was there.
So Dean, I'll be fine on the chlorine. I still have some from last year, so I should be good on that. Either that, or we'll just go when we don't even care. Just go do it. Just
I would
swim.
need a track hoe, a bucket in here to level a spot out for me to put a pool in. There is no level in my yard.
Right.
And where it is, anywhere that is level, I have planted with something. So
Right. Just sharing out the show real quick to my own personal page. I don't do like the crazy sharing out anymore.
we don't.
Yeah, it's just
If you're gonna watch us, you'll see us. I share it to my personal page, and that's it. And Kyle shares it to his personal, and then we share it to our sponsors page. But,
right. Yeah,
that's it.
I was finding out that we were just pissing off like group after group of veteran supporters.
Well, yeah, because let's see, the other station, the other group, they're probably, well, I don't know if they're broadcasting at night because I didn't see a notification.
Neither did
I don't know if somebody ripped off our name.
I.
Full Metal Jarheads, you know, that came out of nowhere after we come out with Full Metal Fan Eaters. I don't understand.
Yeah.
They were some sports show before that. Now all of a sudden they're hardcore Marines. But
Ooh.
I didn't see them come on tonight. So, I mean, every night of the week, there's at least 3 veterans groups flooding these.
Yeah.
3 veteran shows flooding the airways. And I could see where those groups get upset. That's why we don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And if people want to come watch the show, come watch the show. As long as I'm entertaining Dean Cerny, I'm good. Wait.
Dean's easy.
I know, right?
Well, we can talk about Lionel and all kinds of trains, and he'd probably blow his mind.
I know nothing about trains other than
Me neither.
I know the ones that him and John Woodruff collect are fucking expensive. I know that.
I know I seen a box at an auction one time. It was an online auction, and I was like, Dean, you interested? He goes, yeah, don't go over this amount. And I got it for like a fraction of what he even said. And then I met him at his cousins. His cousins own a meat market where I sell my barbecue sauce. So I kind of met him up there and
Nice.
met him in person finally and did the handoff, and on our separate ways we went. But Dean's a cool dude.
Yeah, I
Especially
plan on
in person.
trying
He's a
to.
cool dude.
Yeah, I plan on trying to get down to you guys this summer because I know you guys are both like. I think Dean's only a couple hours away from me, and I think you're like 2.5 hours away from me. So, trying to get down there at least for a weekend and be like, "What's up? Let's have a couple beers." And
Yeah, Dean's a good dude. I really like talking to him offline and online.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, I need to get Cy out this way. Is what I need to do. We're trying to get him to the hike next year. Figure out some way of getting him here.
yeah, I should be able to attend the hike next year.
May 7th, I believe.
All right.
First Saturday in May.
Okay.
I probably looked at it 20 times, so I know we started planning. So we started planning the day of this year's for next year.
Gotcha.
Like 3 hours after it was done, we sat down. Okay, what can we change? What needs to be done? And that way it was fresh in everybody's mind, and a lot of it's already done. So
yeah, that's how it goes whenever you do an event like that. It's an annual thing. You're like, okay, what can we do?
Here's where we messed up. Here's what we need to do.
Yep.
So, yeah, we got it down to a science now. It's be our 6th year. Uh-oh. She come out from watching me on camera.
I was cleaning.
She's cleaning up after you, huh?
Yeah, she's always cleaning up after me. Me and the dogs. Between 4 wiener dogs and me and Dean.
Oh, for a bit there, I got confused. I didn't realize that my air conditioning came on, but I had this awful noise behind me. I'm like, holy shit, what is going on?
It'll be nice for you to take a break during the summer, though. Off
Yeah.
the webcast stuff.
Well, next year I got. I'll definitely be taking another break next year too, because my wife and daughter will be going to Japan next year. So I have 11 days where they're not here, and I'm gonna do something. It's in July, and I probably will go do some hiking and camping somewhere. So I just got to figure out where I want to go and start planning it out. Probably next winter.
Come down here and camp in my backyard. It's all right. You get lost down in my neck of the woods. Because once you go down into that area, everything changes.
That's fine. That's the kind of shit I like to get into.
No, you weren't on.
Unless you want to be on.
She don't want to be on. She hates. She hates that even like. She hates that like even if to go in the room while me and Kyle are on.
Right.
But our bathroom's like right next to where I sit.
Yeah, my wife will. So like right off the camera here, if she's gonna hand me anything, she like kind of like eyeballs like where her hand is. Like she don't even want her hand on video. My daughter, on the other hand, will like jump right into video with me. She don't even care.
No. Dean will do that. He's sitting over there. So yeah, Dean. Well, we gave Dean a spot on the show now.
Did you? That's awesome.
Yeah, Dean comes in and gives words of wisdom for the week.
Oh God.
From a 9-year-old. Sometimes you'll go, how old is he? He's only 9 and he's saying this stuff.
He's dropping truth bombs, huh?
Truth bombs from a 9-year-old who doesn't.
There you go.
Who has been sheltered at home and didn't go to school this year. Who did online schooling, so his view of the world comes from YouTube and the news or whatever he hears around the house. So
gotcha.
And he reads a lot.
He reads a lot too, like a ton.
Yeah.
But, his views are something else. So we give him the Dean's words of the week.
Nice.
He usually comes on right before the end of the show because he doesn't go to school. He's got weird hours.
Right.
He'll stay up till like 2 a.m. and get up at 11. As long as his schoolwork's done, we can't complain.
Right.
He was sitting here. He didn't realize I was on the show. He would have popped in and
right.
trying to tell him, hey, I'm on the show, but I figured Cy would have jumped in or something tonight. Cy's been quiet today.
Yeah, he is. Let's see if he's seen the message yet. Oh, he has. He saw the message in our chat, so I'm gonna put a.
I'm surprised Felix hasn't popped on since Felix has been quiet for a while. I know he did something last night. I didn't get to watch any of it.
Yeah, I've been so busy lately that I haven't watched next to anybody's stuff, which I usually try to pop in and just at least say hi.
Yeah. I don't like to watch. Well, Tuesday night's rough because they're on late, and I'll catch maybe a half hour of them. Wednesday night I pop in just to mess with them the whole time.
Yeah.
And then I try not to watch because, like you said, you end up getting blamed for stealing material.
Yep. There's been more than once when another show host is like, "What the fuck? We do that on our show," and I'm like, "Sorry, it was a good idea."
It doesn't bother me. I mean, we don't care. That's one of those things. Hey, whatever. If it was funny enough for you to duplicate it, then it was funny enough to duplicate.
I got a work call. Hold on.
Excuse my dogs. Look at this guy taking a phone call right during a show. Must be important. I can't see the chat, so you guys can talk all you want. And my dogs, hold on. Had to mute the mic. Sorry, guys. I can't see the chat, so you guys could be talking shit about me. I wouldn't know it. And Lunchbox is on the phone. Nope, I can't see the chat.
Sorry about that. I'm on call, so
It's got to be important for you to take a phone call when.
yeah. Yep. There's a staff wanted to know about their schedule for tomorrow, but I don't have access to that while I'm at home, so they have to call back when we first get in.
So what? I mean, do you work for the VA or the Veterans Commission or no?
Nope. I used to. I used to work working with homeless veterans and whatnot, but the contract ran out and COVID and everything else, so I don't do that shit anymore. Which I mean, it was awesome, but it's pretty taxing working with homeless in general, and then veteran homelessness is even more taxing because you're just trying.
It is because one, you got to prove that they're a veteran.
That's always fun.
And most of them, because they are homeless, tracking down DD-214s and tracking down the proper paperwork and everything is not
actually
the easiest.
Just trying to get their birth certificate and social security card is a big pain in the ass too. So we were doing
a program for homeless vets. It was a ranger roll program where we'd put together a backpack that had a tent and gloves and hats and MREs and sanitary items and. Good idea, bad demographic where we're at, because we're in rural Ohio.
Yep.
Most of them migrate towards Pittsburgh or the Canton area, the Cleveland area.
80 big city, yeah.
So we had a hard time getting rid of them. We had a grant for the project and everything else, and just really had a hard time getting rid of them.
Yeah, when I was working for one agency, I had 14 counties in 3 states, and one of them was I had Ashtabula County in Ohio, and that's like there's nothing there. So it was hard. Not only finding basically places for them to live, but also give them like follow-on services, and every now and then it was hard just to track them down. Like we would see them one day, like, okay, so we're going to be at like tomorrow at this time. I don't know. You have a phone?
Cleveland.
No. Right.
Cleveland.
Yeah. That would happen too. We'd get all the paperwork together, and all of a sudden we're like, we haven't heard from you like in 2 weeks. Where you at? Oh, I'm out in Cleveland, or I'm up in Buffalo. Okay.
They'll migrate to where money and panhandling is, and
and I also met some that's just what they do. They don't like to be tied down to one place, but they also don't mind being homeless either. So they would get enough money and they'd hop a bus or hop a train and off to the next city.
Like our county, small county, so we don't see very little to none homelessness. So most of like our VSO problems are helping people with like electric bills and groceries or putting propane in tanks, and heat bills, or just mostly our VSO our runs off a claim, doing the claims and everything. And being a commissioner in a small county is easier because we only have to meet once a month and go out and do our public service appearances every once in a while, and then 3 conferences a year.
Right.
In Columbus, which is always fun. I say that with a little bit of grain of, because it's our training session. Yeah, I had to sit through a 4.5-hour active shooter training class one day. So
I love those trainings.
Love them. Yeah.
But then I start laughing about all the shit that's going to go wrong in them. Like, what are you going to do?
It made me go back to my work and go, and I assessed from Google Maps, and I assessed from walking around the property or at my job. And I was like, do you know you have 182 access points? Because your fence is tore down back here, and you got holes here. I said, we don't have a guard during the day. Anybody could come or go. I'm like, if there was, and you guys are hiring and firing left and right, else it's going to take us the wrong person. And
That's like I worked at Cummins engine plant here locally. It's a huge engine plant, and it's probably got at least 16 doors to get inside this place. So one night, our third shift supervisor came up to us and said, "So we're going to do some active shooter training and whatnot." Because, like I said, another plant they actually had somebody come in with a gun, and so like, okay, so across the board, Cummins Engine wants to make sure everybody's trained on active shooter. So our third shift probably had a good 30% veteran population in there. We're all like, "Let them come in," and he's like, "What?" We're like, "Just let them come in." He's like, "So if a guy comes in with a gun and just wants to shoot the place up, we're like, yeah, let him come in."
He's not walking back out.
Right. And a couple of guys that we had on the floor with us, we had a couple Marines that had seen combat, and we had a couple guys that had been Rangers when they were in. Like we had some bad motherfuckers, man, that were working with us. And they're like, "Just let them come in." And our third shift supervisor he's like looking at us, and we're all like smiling. We're like, "Let them come in, unless they have an army, they ain't making it out." He's like, "Yeah, but you guys don't have any weapons." We're like, "Yeah, we know. We have a lot of stuff here, though. Like, we're like, we could drive up, we could go slam them with a freaking fork truck if we felt like it." And he's like, "Okay, so we have to do like the actual company, like active shooter training.
Run, hide, shut off the lights, and get down slow and make no sounds." Yeah.
We're like, don't, and we told him, like, "Don't worry, like, if anybody comes in like that." So then it's funny. About 2 months later after that, we had a guy that worked on our line, and older guy, but he would start shit, and then he would get picked on, and then he would try to start shit again, and he would get picked on again. So one night he's like snapped. He just walks off the line. We're like, okay, that's a little weird and almost concerning because this guy's crazy. So he leaves for the night. Doesn't come back. We're like, woohoo, great, that's awesome. So the next night he comes in, he's got a samurai sword strapped to his waist, and we're like, all right, I want to see where this goes. So everybody's kind of following him around, and he goes to his locker and he puts his lunch away like everything's normal, and he starts coming over to the line, and he reaches over and he unsnaps it. We're like a whole bunch of us are just on the side, we're just watching. We're like, what's happening here? The third shift supervisor intercepts him because he sees all of us sitting on like the sides, and he's just like, he like looks at us and looks at him, and he's got a samurai sword, so he's just like, probably should go handle this real quick. And he walks over and he's like, "So what's going on? You don't need a sword to do your job." And he's just like, "If anybody says anything to me tonight, I'm gonna stab him with a sword." And he was dead ass serious, and we're just like, "That's awesome." And he's like he pointed to like half of us, because of course we're, veterans could give shit in the worst possible way to somebody. So, but he was asking for it, so we all gave him shit, and a lot of other younger kids were there, and they're giving him shit. And he was completely serious about stabbing the first person who was going to just talk any form of shit to him.
And it was probably when you ever watch that movie Paul about the alien? And they buy the samurai sword. Yeah. It was probably one of those swords that break on impact.
So he got walked out, and I believe he got like a week's worth of involuntary vacation. And then the third shift supervisor came over and talked to our area, because our area we had a stereo system with speakers. We're playing metal all night, and we're just doing our thing. We're just pumping shit out. And he came over, talked to us. "Hey, you guys can't pick on him anymore." We're like, okay, so he can't talk shit to us either, though. So, like, we're good. Like, we respect everybody. As soon as you start talking shit to us, like, we're gonna give you shit back.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's factory work.
Yeah. And so he came back after a week, and he didn't say a word to us probably for 2 to 3 weeks after that. It was amazing, because we're just waiting for him to snap again. We're just like, is he gonna bring in a gun the next time? But he didn't.
Shop talk could go one or two ways. Everybody joins in, or somebody gets offended, and then they're the asshole for 3 weeks. So I have guys at the shop that haven't talked to me in 15 years because I messed with him at one point or another and called him up bullshit. So my boss has got to the point where he's like, I'm just going to put you over here by yourself.
Right.
Because I don't ever know what kind of mood you're going to be in.
Like, talk to nobody.
Like, I don't know if you're in the mood, but he knows that there's like certain people that I'm not going to work with at all.
Right.
Because I'll do everything in my power to get out of working with them. I'll be like, I'll go over here and clean the shitters. I don't care. I'm not working with that idiot, It's and the new guys, I feel bad for when they come in because I won't even talk to them for the first 3 weeks they're there.
Nice.
Because I won't, because a lot of times they just don't make it. And
right.
I'm not going to waste my time,
Right.
If I see that they have a chance of making it, then I'll go over and start talking to them. I'll be like, hey, might want to try it this way or try something this way and help them out. But you get those guys in there that I have the I know attitude right off the bat, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. They stopped letting me train people because, the first day at least, because I've had guys walk off the job at lunch.
Nice.
And one guy who didn't come back after first break. We were only like an hour and a half in, and he was gone. Where'd the new guy? I don't know. I came back from break. He's never been back.
So Dean has 13 contrails over the house right now. Flat Earthers would be like, great, the Ice Age starts tomorrow.
The Ice Age. Oh. Sitting out here watching a deer while I'm on the show.
They've been moving lately. I've been out and about like the last couple days, and man, my God, I've seen a bunch of fucking doe just moving around. I hit them in my front yard. It was Friday.
About another month, you'll be able to tell which is which right now. Right now, they're still just now getting back to antlers. Slowly growing.
I saw some turkey this morning too, but
they run it. The turkey come up to our damn windows.
Do they?
Yeah, they come up to our windows and look in. When we first bought this place 6 years ago, it had said empty for like 8 or 9 months. So the turkey just got used to nothing being here. And like our first 2 days we were here, they were like walking on the front porch looking in. Like, hey. So I hunt down in the corner down this way a little bit. Currently working on a new ground blind. I'm putting on a platform. I'm gonna get one of those.
God! Look at what asshole showed up.
Oh, now this shit's gone to shit.
Hi.
Hey, there's only 10 minutes left, Lunchbox. It's okay.
I know.
Go wrong.
Yeah. How bad can this go?
How bad? Hey, how many community standards can we fucking breach in 10 minutes?
With the way my week's been, all of them.
All of them? Hey, I haven't talked to them all weekend either.
I don't know. I've been busy as hell. This is the first time I sat down, so I just saw you guys were live, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pop in and fuck with them for a minute."
So you
might as well.
a little over 2 weeks. What's going on?
I need somebody to drive my RV.
Oh God. Is that where you're at now? Is you don't have nobody to drive the RV?
I've got somebody that's doing the last month, but I don't have anybody the first 3.
Can't you just walk back to it every day?
That's what my brother-in-law says. Just drive out, Uber to where you need to start, and then run back to the RV every day.
I can see it now. You're running through a town and be like, I'll be back in a couple hours, and then fucking come back, and they're like, you're coming back. I have to get the RV.
Yep.
I'm doubling up on my miles.
Yeah, my sister's like, it's gonna be 6,000 miles instead of 3,000. But I'm actually getting ready to make a video to put out, trying to find drivers. So it never ends.
Hey, I'll pump that out today. I haven't done my push-ups yet, so
okay.
I'll put that out there in my push-ups yet. So
Josh is a guest on his own show. That's what we do. He's coming here to take over.
Watch this. Let's see. Hold on. We switch brands here. Oh, I don't have the Full Metal fucking Crayon Eater brand on here. Never mind.
It's because we're secret. Super secret shit.
Nope. Look at that. And one little
Hey.
scoop. There we go. Now I'm a guest on my own show.
That's weird.
You're gonna mess with people. They're like, "Oh my god, it's Thursday."
Right?
Do you
What
play
happened the rest of the
D&D
week?
every week?
I do. I play Thursday nights with a local veteran group. Yeah. Play fifth edition Dungeons and Dragons.
Hell yeah!
My middle son just started playing. He was talking about it the whole way up. And I pretended I didn't know what he was talking about. And all of a sudden I just like, hey. And he's like, whoa, Dad. I said, yeah, I played a little bit when I was in the Marine Corps. It's Thursday already.
Yeah, I started out on second edition when I was probably 13, 14 years old. And yeah, been playing ever since then. And that's 30 years ago now. So I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 30 years.
Jeez.
Do you do the whole
Pretty badass.
character setup?
What do you mean?
With the little
Like as far as
characters?
what? I do have some miniatures.
Making your-
I don't
the
paint them or
miniatures?
anything like that. Yeah, I'll just fucking buy them. Like I don't get that, and I don't have time to sit there and fucking fully on detail. Like
Right.
My guy wears red boots. Let me get some red boots going on here.
put a little Nike swoosh on them and shit. No, no, I don't have time to do all that.
I was just wondering if you guys did that or not, because of course, us being on ship, we didn't have that luxury.
Right.
We were lucky to have our books with us and dice and stuff like that. So
Yeah, only when I was in the Army, I only played a couple times, and that was over in Germany. I found a group of guys that had been playing for like fucking ever. They'd been stationed over Germany for like 4 or 5 years already, and they had a group together already. And I didn't even know that they were even playing until I was in the barracks one day, and it just happened to say like, "Hey, I wonder what so and so's up to." And I was already 3 sheets to the wind, and opened up the door like, "What's going on, guys? You guys drinking?" And all of a sudden, I saw dice, and I saw character sheets and books everywhere, and I was like, "Oh,
My people.
what is this?"
the door open.
And they're like,
a
"You wanna-"
ray of light shine down. You went, "Oh."
Right? They're like, "Do you want to roll up a character and join us?" I was like, "I'm hammered. Sure, why not? Fuck, what could go wrong?"
I haven't played D&D for 20 years, probably.
Yeah, and the new edition that's out, 5th edition, is so user friendly that it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not like so. 2nd edition, you had to actually do a lot of fucking math with it, but 5th edition, they made it easy, and now like celebrities are playing too, so it's kind of weird. Like people in Hollywood are playing, and so, like it's catching on like more and more. Where like when I played 2nd edition, like look at that, Tommy just fucking dropped out. What a douche! And
his horse stopped going in a circle.
oh,
He lost internet.
right. But yeah, so yeah, it's a lot easier now.
Almost done.
What
it
is your wife kicking us off?
No. What happened? I'm not even on my Wi-Fi. I'm just on my phone. So
Oh, okay.
I wasn't even outside. I was just sitting outside with my data, and I must have caught a bad spot. So
Yeah.
my phone's about dead. So I was too lazy to go in and get on my computer for you, Josh. That's what it is.
Hey, I completely understand.
I
I'm
was
sure I'll jump on a show while I'm in my hiatus. I'm sure I'm going to get the itch to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna jump on a show tonight. Especially
Let
like,
me know, and I'll pop on with you.
well, no, I'll probably jump on one of your guys' shows because Kyle will probably be in a place where he won't have internet, and then, or he'll be just getting continuously kicked off because the internet is shitty wherever he's at.
probably.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure the RV doesn't have internet.
No.
Or a driver.
Not yet.
You can't have a driver to have internet.
It's true.
I'm gonna just like say screw it and just walk the whole way and push a cart and not worry about it.
I mean, I see. I've seen like homeless people pushing shopping carts. So
Borrow Van's cart.
I
Actually-
actually get a new one. I don't know what he's done with this. It's probably in a museum somewhere, knowing him.
I worked with a homeless vet years ago that he had a bicycle and he would strap all of his shit to the handlebars. Like he would weigh out his bags on his handlebars. Plus he had a backpack on, and it was like, dude, we got you housed. Like, why don't you put that shit in your house? He goes, because I don't want anybody stealing it. You have locks on the doors, man. And he's just like, no. It has to come with me. So I haven't seen him like in at least a couple of years. So he must have left the area. He was very transient. And but he would balance everything out on his bicycle, and you just see him riding down the road, and you're like, "Oh my god, man! 1 pound on the left or right, and he's going down."
Nah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm ready for that though. I'm hoping I find a driver. I'm gonna make a video and put it out. And
Yeah. So, where are you looking for a driver at? Like what?
the whole
part
way,
of-
like
the whole way?
the first 3 months are
Okay.
still open.
Okay.
So June 19th through I don't know September 19th or so.
Okay.
So I was right. It was 20 days.
20 days. No, it ain't 20 days until I start. It's
Well, I was
technically-
counting today.
Yeah, counting today it is. I guess you're right. But I'm leaving here not next weekend, but the weekend after, 12th.
Gotcha.
So I got
We
a
have
week.
to have a special addition to the show. We'll have to have Rodney on or something before you leave.
Okay.
Send off something.
Dude. So John Woodorf's right. Why don't you hit Cy up and see if Cy will do it?
I don't think Uncle Si has a license. I don't know though.
That's true. I've never heard Uncle Cy actually say he's driving anywhere. It's always he's walking somewhere.
Because it's beer and cig.
Yeah.
Right.
Resupply.
I'll buy him all the beer and six he wants. He drives for
Right.
me. Yeah, get my driver get a DUI. That'd be hilarious.
You're just sitting there like, where are they? What the hell?
How
Also, you get a phone call like, yeah, man, I fucked up.
How many pounds of how many bales do you got to pack into that RV too?
Oh my god.
It'd be like the Cheech and Chong RV, the van they brought back from Mexico.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Meet the Millers.
Right?
Everybody's asking like, you're going to be in California. You're going to be going through Colorado. I'm like, I'm going to be in Colorado for like 4 feet.
Right.
That's it. I'm not going to party, guys. This isn't a recreational trip. Like,
Get Felix to drive it with a shitload of beer BQ.
I'd be barbecued out by the end of that.
I mean,
I'd have to say,
it would kind of work. You could put a little sign on the side of it and just go from town to town selling it. It could work out for him.
now you're making me wish I had 4 months vacation to burn.
It's leave of absence,
Right.
Take a leave of absence.
Yeah, that just doesn't pay the bills back here.
Yeah, I know. Tell Missy to sell some more crystals and shit.
They're doing pretty good with that, though.
Oh, I know.
It's
All
not,
right, Missy, you got to be the breadwinner for 4 months or 3 months. Missy, that's it. That's 3 months. Just
Could-
no.
Could you
I'd
see
come
that
home-
that freaking sales
I'd come
pitch
home and
though?
there'd be a whole coven here.
Oh, I know. I know.
Could you see that sales pitch though? You see Tommy get off this video and be like, all right, Misty, check it out. So I need you to up your crystal game for the next 3 months because Kyle's in a world of hurt. He needs someone to drive his RV here, and I gotta go help my brother out. So you get to sell a lot of crystals. All right, I'm out.
I'll see you in
Yeah.
October.
Right, you'd be on the couch for the rest of your
Did you
life.
see her response when I said I wanted to walk the McKinley Monument 22 times? You get a heart attack. That's her first. Bam, right there. Nothing like okay, honey,
but
I got
see-
your.
But
you're
see,
gonna
with
get a
this,
heart attack.
you're just driving. You'd be all right.
You have to drive and hang out with me all day.
She would be like, oh, yep, He's finally leaving me. He's gay. He's finally leaving me.
I knew it all along.
It's finally happened. He's been cheating on me for years with Kyle.
Right?
Sorry, Missy. I never intended this to happen. It just kind of slipped in one night and then it was over.
We made eye contact on accident. I forgot to yell surprise.
I forgot the safe word, which is, it was over
It just
after that.
happened.
Yeah.
It just happened.
I
still got-
accidentally pushed back.
I still got to go back and watch the Chuck shaving his legs. I missed it. I didn't get to watch it yet. I've been too busy.
See my wax job?
I did see your wax job, though.
Yeah, it's tacky as fuck.
I knew it. I figured it would be.
It's all right.
But you did it. You did it.
I did it. And I walked this morning, and this one girl goes, "Do you shave your legs?" And I had to go, "Well,
There was this one time.
funny you should ask. Just yesterday, 2 days ago, I waxed the hell out of these things."
But we're at 9 o'clock, gentlemen. I appreciate you both coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, not a problem.
I'm glad
Nothing
I
like
caught you,
hijacking the
actually.
Monday night show.
But this will be the last Monday night show until at least August, when Judy gets done with her training and her event and all that stuff. And then I'm taking a hiatus along with her to do some stuff. So, and Kyle will be on a hiatus as well.
Kind of.
Sort of. Kind of.
We'll still be checking in.
The show will go on.
The show will go on.
Ooh. I know I want to listen to after this is over.
But yeah, it'll go on. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be nice to get the updates, the weekly updates from the road.
Yes.
I appreciate everybody tuning in. See John Woodorf and Dean are still here.
As long as we entertained 2 people tonight, we were fine.
That's right.
Then it was like a phone. I love this because it's just like a phone call every week. So,
Yep.
Point for science. Next time you pop on the show and you see Cy, just go point for science, Cy, and he'll point somewhere.
He'll point somewhere. I don't know where he'll point. I love it.
But yeah, I'm sure this won't be for even on the hiatus. I'll be popping onto somebody's show, probably your guys' show actually, and but yeah,
Hey, you're on our show once a week, anyways.
I know, right? I don't say anything though. It sucks.
Oh, every once in a while you get a voice. It's just very high pitched.
Nice.
Sometimes you wear a hammock, banana hammock.
That'd be disgusting if I actually wore one of those.
You're
Reminds
stuffed
me.
with all kinds of goodies.
No, never mind. No, that's bad.
He's like, my brain's not going to go there.
No. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. I will see you guys down the road. Gonna enjoy my little time away from the airwaves. Recharge the old batteries and work on a couple other projects. So thank you, Tommy and Kyle, for coming and hanging out.
You're welcome.
I was hoping some of the guys in the audience here would jump in, but nobody had the balls to. So, but
Not everybody can do this. That's a fact.
that is a fact. All right, so end it here. I'll see y'all down the road, and keep supporting these 2 degenerate Marines that decided to join me. So, all right, bye everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.